Yeah. Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Pour Modelo, lit cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Pour Modelo, lit cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laughs in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Pour Modelo, lit cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's happening? It's your boy Welcome on the building. It's episode 417. Let's raise the bar. Let's raise the bar. We're gonna talk some sports tonight. As y'all see the title, man, a lot to talk about. Reggie Bush suing NCAA, USC. All right, he wants some of that NIL money. He wants some of that money that he generated. I don't blame him. We'll talk about that. We'll also talk about Brett Favre. He talks about he was in a congressional hearing talking about welfare funds, ironically, and he revealed a situation going on with him and his health. We'll talk about that. ESPN's analyst Chris Canty, he sounds off on the Cincinnati Bengals. We'll hear what he said, and then we'll analyze that. All right. But I want to start right here. Because, hey, she's been polarizing. She's been part of a lot of talk when it comes to WNBA, when it comes to the popularity of the WNBA, when it comes to, she's been, I guess I should say a very polarizing figure when it comes to the popularity of the WNBA. Very polarizing name for sure when it comes to the WNBA. We're talking about one and only Caitlin Clark. And look, I think she's a great ball player. I think she's great for WNBA. I think she's great for both her time at Iowa. She was great for NCAA women's basketball. She's going to be great for women's basketball and WNBA. I think there's no debate on that. At all. Here's the thing about Caitlin Clark. She's been given so much credit and so much, reason for a lot of surgence and popularity in the WNBA. It comes with a lot of scrutiny that comes with that. So here's my thing. She did not play well in her first playoff appearance. All right. She did not play well. Shot 4 of 17. Only had 11 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 2 turnovers. She had a block, but she did not have a great performance. Shot 24% from the field. She went 2 of 13 behind the arc. That's 15% that she shot behind the arc. So I'm just going to say this. All you Clarkians that's been showing love, all you Clarkians that never watched a game of WNBA, Never give a damn about the WNBA. Never cared anything about WNBA until Caitlyn got there. And y'all been spewing all this rhetoric all WNBA season. She made y'all look crazy. She made y'all look crazy as hell in that game 1 that she had against the Connecticut Sun. She did not play well. And in turn, she didn't play well. The team didn't play well. They got the doors blown off of them. 93-69, a 24-point ass whooping. All right? They didn't play well. She didn't play well. Well, they didn't play well as a team, and she damn sure didn't play well. But I got to point this out to you Clarkians. You were so quick to give Caitlin Clark so much love, which is nothing wrong with that, but you gave her pretty much the, it's all about her, hands off, she could do no wrong. Y'all approached this WNBA season like that. You did. Don't deny it now. You absolutely approached this season with, oh, Caitlin can do no wrong. Caitlin. She's the one. It's all about her. Okay. Well, what happened? Aaliyah Boston showed up. She shot 8 for 14. She did her thing. 17 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. She showed up. Huh? She's a star too. She's not the only star. Kelsey Mitchell, I know she only put in 21 points. Probably could have shot a little bit better, 9 of 20, but she shot better than Caitlin. Huh? You shot a little bit better than Caitlin. All right. So my thing is you Clarkians forget all that goes into Indiana making it to the playoffs. I mean, they were literally struggling to get to these playoffs all season. It wasn't just the Caitlin show. Did she come back off their break from the Olympic break and play well? She did. But if you look deep into the actual play of the Indiana Fever, Kelsey Mitchell was a big part of that. Aaliyah Boston was a big part of that. It wasn't just Caitlin Clark just doing it all on her own. Because if that was the case, if it was just Caitlin Clark's show, this Indiana Fever would not have made it to the playoffs. Because Caitlin hasn't been consistently great all season. She hasn't. That's a fact. Say what you want. She hasn't been consistently great all season. She's had a mix of games in there where she performed not so great, a lot of turnovers. All right? Say what you want. That's the facts. All right? But you Clarkians, y'all been building her up as in she can do no wrong. But I'm here to tell you, now, Caitlin Clark needs a big game tomorrow night against the Connecticut Sun. She needs to deliver. Here's why she needs to deliver. Because at some point in time, when the things, when the competition is at its best, and Connecticut Sun are a damn good team, all right? When you go up against the elite competition, when you go up against the better people, the better players, the better teams that Caitlin goes up against, it ain't been looking so good. Again, I referenced her stats in her play game 1 against Connecticut. She's facing a very good Connecticut Sun team. She didn't play well. All right? She didn't. That's a fact. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen, and especially to you Clarkians, I gotta tell you the truth. The heavier the competition, when if you're saying that Caitlin Clark is so elite, which I think she's good, but when her competition is at its best, when her competition is elite, want some numbers for you? Caitlin comes up short. So I'm going to tell you, Clarkians, the truth. Caitlin Clark needs a big game tomorrow against the Connecticut Sun, because here's why. The more and more that you look at her career, the height of her career in Iowa, one game in the WNBA playoffs, all right? When she goes up against elite competition, she does not play well. You don't believe me? Okay. Okay. Here's something for that ass. When they went up against South Carolina last year in the semifinals, part of the Final Four, she shot 36%, 10 of 28. Yeah, she may have got 30 points, but guess what? It took a lot of shooting to get there. If it takes me 28 shots to get 30 points, that's not good numbers. My basketball people will tell you the truth about that. 28 shots to get 30 points is not good. It's not efficient. 10 of 28. She has 5 of 13 behind the arc. That's 38%. 5 assists, 8 rebounds, 4 turnovers. That was against elite competition, South Carolina in the Final Fours this past tournament. Didn't look so good. It's some more numbers for that ass, you Clarkians. Go back to when her and Angel Reese was in the national championship game. Oh, by the way, they lost to South Carolina 12-point game. Don't try to act like that's a close game. 87-75 is not a close game. 12 points is not a close game. All right? Go back to when LSU national championship game. Oh, yeah, they lost by 17, 102-85. She shot 9 of 22, 41%. Yes, another 30 points. Again, 22 shots to get that 30 points. Not efficient. 8 and 19 behind the arc. I'll give her that. 42%. That looks good. Fine. I'll give her that. 8 assists, 2 rebounds, 6 turnovers. Like the 30 points looks good, but it's not efficient when you got to throw up damn near 22 and 28 shots in respective games against elite competition to get that 30 points. Not efficient. Real basketball people know that. You Clarkians don't know basketball. I keep trying to tell that y'all just love Caitlin Clark so much that y'all don't know a damn lick about basketball. Because you ain't been paying attention to NCAA women's college basketball until you jumped on the bandwagon. You don't know a damn thing about WNBA basketball. Now you jumped on the bandwagon. Now she's in the WNBA. But I'm trying to tell you right now, Caitlin Clark needs a big game because here is the truth. She doesn't play well against elite competition in big moments. It's an elimination game because this round, the first round, is the best of 3. They already lost. They can't lose again. They can't lose again. This is a big game, and she needs to have a big game. Because the fact of the matter is you Clarkians have hyped her up as if she could do no wrong. She has to have a big game. But basketball people know good and damn well that she's just part of a team. It's a team game still, y'all. Yes, Kelsey Mitchell needs to show up. Yes, Aaliyah Boston needs to show up because they need all 3 of those ladies if they're going to take down a actually good damn basketball team in the Connecticut Sun. All 3 of those ladies got to show up. What I'm saying is that in specifically, Caitlin Clark needs a big game is because you Clarkians have absolutely just blasted her name into the atmosphere as if she's just holier than thou and cannot take no criticism because she's Caitlin Clark. You cannot criticize her. You can't say nothing bad about her. You can't say nothing negative about Caitlin Clark, otherwise it's blasphemy. It's blasphemous for you Clarkians to really think that. Because y'all been treating her like, hey man, referees, y'all should be refereeing the games different for Clark. She's the meal ticket. She's bringing the popularity. She's bringing the viewership. She's bringing the attendance to the stadium. That's how y'all been talking all year. So if y'all gonna talk like that all season, then I'm gonna have this energy right now and say that she needs to ball the hell out. And there's no other way around it because y'all have put her in that atmosphere. Y'all Clarkians have put her on that pedestal as if she is holier than thou and can't be criticized. No. Real basketball people are going to critique her as if she's just another basketball player because that's how we see her. Another basketball player in the WNBA that is not absolved of criticism. And she'll get her praise when she gets it. I've been known to give Caitlin Clark her praise when she balls out. But I am not afraid of you stinking ass Clarkians to think that y'all gonna bully me and say that I can't criticize her when she has a terrible ass game. She had a terrible game in game 1 against Connecticut, son, and it needs to be talked about because she can't have another one of those. If she does, they'll be packing that locker room up. They'll be packing that damn shit up and putting it in the garbage bags, and she'll be carrying that thing around her shoulder like she's looking like a hobo on Looney Tunes. Put the stick in there and walk on to your car and take your ass home and get ready for vacation and get back to training in a week or so. Keep it up. She repeats that shit, she'll be packing her bags. Cancun is nice this time of year. Bora Bora is pretty sexy at this time of year. You like jerk chicken, Caitlin? Go on to Jamaica. The beaches are still nice and sandy, and the temperature of the water is still warm. You better get ready to pack your bags if you play like you did the other day on Sunday. You can't play like that on Wednesday night. Connecticut Sun is sending your ass packing. You Clarkians, I'm trying to tell you, sometimes if you don't know basketball, it's okay. Shut the fuck up. I suggest you shh. She'll be okay. Caitlin Clark is going to be okay. I understand it's her rookie season, but the facts never lie. The tougher the competition, the bigger the stage, it does not perform well. Now that is the truth. Debate it with your mama. Debate it with somebody who don't know better. Debate it with somebody who's oblivious to basketball. Debate it with somebody that gives a damn. Because me, I'm just going to call a spade a spade. She has a history of coming up short and not playing at elite level when it comes to big stage against elite competition. Point blank period. The Final Four and the national championship is the biggest stage you can ever get to in women's college basketball. She didn't perform well. WNBA playoffs, her first game as a rookie, got some stiff competition. It's a big stage. Ooh, she stunk up the joint. There ain't no way around that. She needs a big game. And she has to have a big game. Otherwise, she will be calling her travel agent, trying to figure out what's the next move. How can I get these airline tickets the cheapest? You stay away from Spirit. They may put your life in danger, but I'm just trying to let you know, you Clarkians been yipping and yapping a lot. What are you going to make the excuses for if she can't get out this first round? What are going to be the excuses? Don't you dare look at the rest of her teammates. Not when the way she performed on Sunday. Don't you dare look at her teammates. If she repeats that, don't you dare try to point the finger at somebody else like it was somebody else's fault. 4 for 17, shooting 24%, 15% behind the arc. That ain't nobody else's fault. That hers. That Caitlin Clark's fault. So I'm trying to tell you straight up and down, you damn Clarkians better not have no damn excuses if she lays another egg. If she craps out again, it ain't nobody else's fault. You Clarkians is something different. What's up? Shout out to my sis. That's young TT. Shout out to her. Yeah. Can't blame nobody else. Can't blame nobody else. Let's transition because Caitlin Clark, she did her thing. Got some good NIL money too. Speaking of NIL money, y'all saw that Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush is suing NCAA, is suing USC. He wants some of that back pay of that NIL money. You know? Nah, I've been getting ready for the show tonight. I've been, Tuesday's a busy night for me, sis. Mitch lost to Georgia. Oh, hey, shout out to the Studley show. Y'all going over there. We do Ox battles on Tuesdays. We also do shows. We record on Wednesday. They come out whenever Mitch posts them, usually about Friday, Saturday, or the weekend sometime. DJ Spike Studley show on YouTube channel. Go show us some love. So y'all make sure y'all tap in with us, man. Great crew, including Corey's crazy ass and everybody else. So y'all tap in with us for sure. Yeah, I finally got a fantasy win. I needed it. I got robbed on week 1. Nah, shit happens. But Reggie Bush sues the NCAA and the USC. I'm just gonna say this, y'all. If I'm NCAA or if I'm any institution, I would just go ahead and put money to the side just in case some of my former athletes, former alumni who had a big name, had a big following, like a Reggie Bush. And I will put money to the side and I would get prepared to pay them back pay for NIL. And the reason why I would do it is because avoid these lawsuits. Could you settle them? Yes. But guess what? You're still paying. Do you want to take it to court? I don't know if you really want to. There's court fees, pay the lawyers, you know, and it might get dragged on, and there's more fees for the lawyers, more fees for the court you got to pay, and you might not even win. Even if you do win, you still got to pay those court fees, still got to pay those lawyer fees. So here's my thing. If I'm a D1 college, like a USC, Alabama, so on and so forth, Ohio State, and I've had past athletes that had a big following, like a Reggie Bush, I would go ahead and set money aside. And when they come talking about they want money, hey, don't worry. Get rid of your lawsuit. Here's your check. Keep it moving. Because it's not like these institutions nowadays can't afford it. Money isn't the issue. It's if these universities want to pay it or not. That's really the issue. It's not like these universities are not making money. And we're just talking about football. So I did a little research. So when Reggie Bush played in 2003, 2004, 2005 at USC, I wasn't able to get 2005 numbers, but I was able to get 03 and 04. Here's what the football team revenue was. All right. They netted $12.4 million. And that's back in 2005. So if I was to tell you that a company netted $12.4 million in a fiscal year, I'm pretty sure a lot of businesses would be happy about netting $12.4 million a fiscal year. I'm pretty sure they would love that. Back in 2003, bringing in, netting, I should say, $12.4 million, that's big money in 2003. If you were making $12.4 million in 2003, not only is you balling, you at the top of the market damn near. That's a lot of money back in 2003. Netting $12.4 million. Now, I get it. Reggie's part of a team, but we are not going to act like Reggie Bush wasn't a big reason for that netting of $12.4 million. Yes, I know Matt Leinart was on that team. Yes, I know Lindell White was on that team. I know other guys were on that team, but we knew who we was coming to see. We knew who we wanted to watch. We knew the name that was bringing people to the stadium. 2004, they netted $12.6 million. All right, a slight increase, about 200,000 more. Still, 2004, making $12.6 million in a year is big money. Matter of fact, we also got to remember, football is not you only see the football from pretty much, you see spring practice. They have a small little training camp. Into August, they're playing football. By the time, most cases, they're done by December. They're done by December. So you're probably talking about, for the most, 4 or 5 months of actual football production getting done. And they're making $12.6 million, $12.4 million. What's going on, Mike Jones? Mike Jones, what's happening? So we got to remember, at 2003, 2004, when you're bringing in $12.4 and $12.6 million respectively, that's big money. And Reggie Bush is a big part of that. Reggie Bush was at the height of college football. He was the name that everybody was talking about. So I don't blame him for saying, hey, now that y'all getting all this NIL money, now that y'all getting all this big money and all this revenue, that had to start with somebody. It came from somebody. It came from big names like me. It came from big names like Marcus Allen at USC and somebody else. Programs just don't come elite overnight. There are stars that made that program every 4 years. Within a span of 4 years, there's a star in those 4 years that have brought and generated some money. What's the problem with Reggie Bush going back and saying, hey, y'all making big money? I helped y'all make some of that big money over the years. Let me get a piece of that. And I don't blame him for suing not only USC, because that's what USC reported. All right? That $12.4 million and that $12.6 million between 03 and 04, that's what USC reported. I didn't look up what NCAA reported of money that they generated. Let's imagine what they generated over the viewership over those years that Reggie Bush was doing his thing. You don't think them network deals was worth a lot of money? I'm pretty sure they generated more than $12.4 and $12.6 million respectively in 03 and 04. Because you're talking about, not only is Reggie Bush contributing to that, you're talking about other players is contributing to that. Imagine what they made in 05 off that Rose Bowl between Texas and USC. Probably one of the most highest viewed national championship games in all time. You don't think they made a big chunk of change off of that? That network money had to be looking good in 05. I don't blame Reggie Bush for going like that. That's why I'm saying, if you are smart as a AD, as an athletic director, I would go to whoever's in charge of the finances, and I would make a case that, hey, let's start putting money to the side, because we're making a lot of money. Because y'all know that Texas football program last year, revenue of almost $100 million. That's just a football program. There's other programs that are just revenue-wise, and I believe when I was doing my research, USC revenue around $76 million just by the football program. So we can't act like these programs, these D1 programs, ain't raking in cash. They are raking in cash hand over fist. They are bringing in money like it's just a Brinks truck right outside the car, right outside the college, just bringing in money. Parked outside the football stadium, bringing in money, raking in money. Is back in the old days when Marcus Allen was playing or O.J. Simpson was playing, USC can only really make their money off of ticket sales, right? But that's not the case. Not in 2024. They talking about, you got the foam fingers, USC foam fingers. They ain't making money off of that. They probably making money off of chapstick, cups, millions of different memorabilia and artifacts that they make money off of. Jerseys, gloves, helmets. I mean, name it, with USC on it, they got it. Or any college. Hats. They got hat deals with New Era. They got the bandana deals with Junk. You know what I'm saying? They got merchandise deals all over the place. Make your t-shirts. Make your socks. They got draws. Yeah, they got USC Trojan draws or whatever college you root for. They got draws for them. They're making money in any different kind of way. It's not just the ticket sales, which they still making money off the ticket sales. We got to remember, Michigan Stadium seats 100,000 people plus. USC, the Coliseum in LA, Memorial Coliseum, probably sits about 80,000 plus. You do the numbers. You start charging people certain different prices, $200 in the nosebleeds. You get closer to the field, you're talking about $500 a pop. You do the math. Then you're talking about NCAA making the TV deal. All right? The network, ABC or Disney, pretty much Disney, fighting with CBS, fighting with NBC about TV deals. Worth billions with a B, billions. That gets split up amongst the teams in these respective conferences. These universities are making money. But the popularity of these sports just didn't happen overnight. This is gradually amongst thousands and thousands of college athletes that has helped put this joint on the map. I mean, look at this, y'all. I mean, this is something crazy. This is a new facility that's going to cost, I think it's like $26 million that they got in this. I mean, they gonna make, these universities are making hand over fist. So you cannot blame Reggie Bush for wanting to go get some of that money. I don't blame him. Get ahead of this. If I was an AD, if I was somebody that was in charge of one of these universities, I would get ahead of it, because you're going to see more lawsuits coming from players who played a pivotal role in the popularity of the sport. Don't be mad if you start seeing Vince Young go to Texas and say, hey, man, well, what was that money I was making in 2005? I need a cut of that. Because y'all made the money and y'all weren't paying these players at the time. But now that y'all are, hey, I need retroactive pay for all that. I don't blame them. Don't be surprised if you see some of these former players who weren't getting the NIL money and say, hey, man, got to put your university on the map. I kind of did a lot for you. Don't be surprised if Ben Roethlisberger goes to Miami, Ohio and say, hey, man, nobody knew who the hell y'all was. When they said Miami, they thought they was talking about the U. They weren't talking about you bums in Ohio, but I kind of put y'all on the map. The time I was here, I wouldn't mind if I see some change for that. Don't be surprised if Charles Woodson goes back to Ann Arbor and say, hey, man, I put a lot of jokers' butts in these seats. That fills up 100,000 plus in my heyday. You know what it is. Y'all want to come up all see some of this change? Because y'all looking good in the banking department. Y'all ain't hurting for money. So you know what it is. What's up, D Moore? What's happening, D Moore? I'm just saying, if you are one of these universities that the money is not the problem, and you want to avoid these lawsuits, hey, we back. I don't know what the hell going on. I must got the bodega boost. I don't know. They tried to get me. I must have said something wrong. NCAA coming after me. They said, "Nah, man, don't be talking about trying to have us give away our money." I must have said something wrong about the wrong people. Let me chill out while I get my ass in trouble. They trying to ban your boy. Anyway, let's get this joint moving. I didn't say it enough about the NCAA. They gonna get on my head. Bengals fans, it ain't looking so good, Bengals fans. 0-3. I talked about it last night on the last night's episode. Yeah, man, y'all didn't look so good. Ooh, you Bengals fans, y'all didn't look so good. Well, man, I got to play this sound clip because your man Chris Canty, he sounded off. I mean, that man went crazy as on his show today, talking about he's tired of excuses. And you know what? I don't blame him. But y'all want to hear this? He went crazy on Unsportsmanlike Radio. He went crazy. And hey, he went ape shit on you boys. Matter of fact, check this out. I'm gonna play this clip right here, and we're gonna talk about it because your man went in. He definitely went in. And Chris Canty, I love his commentary, but he did his thing. So let's play this.
When your quarterback has a chance to go win the game, he's got to win the game. Fair. And Joe Burrow didn't do that. Jaden Daniels did. That's the problem that I have. The Cincinnati Bengals, they have a very, very specific formula for how they're going to have to win games. They're going to have to be led by their offense. You know how I know that? How they spend money. The Cincinnati Bengals are top 5 in spend on the offensive side of the ball relative to the rest of the league. They're 22nd in cash spend on defense. Newsflash, the defense for the Bengals ain't going to be as good as the offense. The offense is what's going to have to win the day. Only problem is the Commanders' offense with a rookie quarterback in his 3rd start won the damn game. I'm tired of all the excuses for Joe Burrow. Oh, the defense let Joe Burrow. No, Joe Burrow let Joe Burrow down. Joe Burrow let the offense down. Joe Burrow let the team down. Great stats, great stat line. Oh, it's amazing. He's had all of these touchdowns, no interceptions. But what did you do when the game was in the balance? What did you do when the game was on the line? You know, the answer is it's not enough. You know how I know it's not enough? It's because your team doesn't have a win and you're going into week 4. The damn Carolina Panthers got a win before the Cincinnati Bengals did. Let that sink in.
Woo! Man, cooking. Damn, Chris Canty. Ooh. Ooh. Simmer down, Chris Canty. Ooh. But he said a lot of, he said some true shit right there. He said some true shit right there, though. I know. Steelers 3-0. Hey, that division is looking real different than what most people thought it would. I give you that. But Chris Canty said some true shit right there. He said, when you spend top 5 money on your offense, but you spend bottom 10 on your defense, what are you expecting? What exactly are you going to expect from a team that operates in that manner? Now, there's nothing wrong with spending all that money on your offense. That's fine. But you got to invest in your defense. You let Jesse Bates walk out the door. He's looking good in Atlanta. He's been looking good in Atlanta. He's been helping that defense get better as your defense gets worse. You let him walk. All right? The only pass rusher you generally have is Trey Hendrickson. How much is he going to be able to? He's going to have to be a Pro Bowler for all 17 games to get the pass rush. He's a good pass rusher. No lie. Can't cap. But he can't do it alone. Your linebacker core. Yeah. I mean, Luke Wilson's okay. Other than that, I don't even bother to learn the names of your other linebackers because I think they're non-existent. So to Chris Canty's point, it all falls on Joe Burrow. It all falls on the offense. That means Joe Burrow can never have an off game. That means Joe Burrow can never have an off day. Jamar Chase can't have an off day. Can't have an off game. T. Higgins just had his first game. But guess what? For the next 13 games that they play, he can't have an off day. You're putting a lot of pressure on your offense. And right now, it's not good because the stats don't lie. Joe Burrow does not play well in the month of September, does not get off to a good start. In turn, that affects Jamar Chase. In turn, that affects T. Higgins. Oh, newsflash. You lost your running back. He's in Houston. Joe Mixon's no longer there. Oh, you lost your third wide receiver who was part of that triple threat that was getting 1,000 yards a season. Yeah. Tyler Boyd, he's in Nashville. Oh, yeah, you forgot about that, huh? So to Chris Canty's point, hey, you got nobody else to blame but yourself on the offensive side because you damn sure ain't investing on your defense. You can't have a Swiss cheese defense but expect them to beat a Berlin Wall. How does that work? That doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? My fellas, we can relate to this because we hold on to draws for a long time. If you got the holy draws, you know what I'm talking about. Get just holes all in your draws. You can't expect them to hold your junk together. You got all the holes in the world in that thing. All right? Something bound to slip out. All right? The sport is gone. All right? Crazy analogy, but it makes sense to me. I'm just being real. So it is going to be a situation where now, again, it's going to be having the offense and Joe Burrow to literally play flawless, damn near perfect football for the rest of the season. And that's impossible to think that that's something that can happen. Can it happen? Possibly. But I think that's impossible to think that you're just going to play perfect football for the next 13 games. You're already behind the 8 ball. You are in a tough-ass division in the AFC North. Cleveland, they kind of shaky what they got. They got a victory. You got 0. Baltimore, they looking shaky, but they got a victory. You got 0. Right now, a 2-game lead on the other 2 teams and a 3-game lead on you. Pittsburgh is 3-0. The toughest division in all of football, and you are so far behind in the A-ball. And don't forget, you are behind the A-ball in the AFC. Come on. You're losing to the Patriots in week 1. Come on now. You know what the Patriots are, dog. I know the defense is going to play solid, but damn it, they got 0 offense. They got 0. They got nothing. You losing to them. It's already bad enough. You already lost to the Chiefs, who are going to be there at the end. So you can't do that. So I mean, it's fact of the matter is you are behind the 8-ball and you have nobody to blame but yourselves because the way that you function your team. And Joe Burrow is asinine to think that he can play flawless football right now. So I mean, it's and here's another point. I would add to this point, D Moore. The money that they invest on the offense, how is it y'all don't invest the money properly in an offensive line? You paid Trent Brown, you paid Orlando Brown. What has that gotten you? I understand you're investing money in the right spots, but did you invest it in the right people at the right spot? There's a difference. I like Orlando Brown. We had him in Kansas City, but there's a lot to say that I don't know if you want to give him that kind of money. I don't know if you want to give Trent Brown that kind of money. And now, newsflash, Trent Brown might be out for the rest of the season. So there's your right tackle. He's gone. There's other parts of that offensive line that is still doo-doo. But hey, we secured Joe Burrow. He's paid. We invested money in offensive line, but no, did you invest in the right people? So I mean, come on now, what are we doing? I mean that is absolutely crazy. Should have never dyed the hair. Yeah, he looked like a Timu Slim Shady, don't he? He looked like a great value Cody Rhodes, don't he? Whoa! I don't know what's up with the hair, but hey. Ain't my problem. Gotta get right. Gotta get right. Chris Canty fired off on the Bengals and he had some points. Had some points. I'm gonna go to this last topic before we get up out of here. Got about 11 minutes left in the show. It's one of these things right here where I don't want to jump on the guy's back and dig at him too hard, but at the same time, those who watch my content, I keep it real. So Brett Favre, he's in a congressional hearing, ironically, about welfare. And for those who know, he's in the midst of a situation in Mississippi where he's part of some company that he was investing in. They, lo and behold, took some welfare funds, misproperly didn't use them properly. And he was one of the bigger investors in the company. Some people are going to go to jail for it. It's not known for sure if Brett is going to go to jail for it or not. But he is a defendant in some of these cases. And the only reason why I bring this up is because, in the midst of that hearing, he reveals that he has Parkinson's. And I'm not going to bash this man for that. I'll when I get more into what I need to say, you'll kind of, hopefully you guys can see where I'll go with this. But let's take a listen to what Brett Favre said in the middle of this congressional hearing.
Sadly, I also lost an investment in a company that I believed was developing a breakthrough concussion drug I thought would help others. And I'm sure you'll understand why it's too late for me, because I've recently been diagnosed with Parkinson's. This is also a cause dear to my heart. Recently, the doctor running the company pleaded guilty to taking TANF money for his own use. I believe that I got swept up in a civil lawsuit at the instigation of State Auditor Shad White, an ambitious public official who decided to tarnish my reputation to try to advance his own political career.
Ooh, harsh words, Brett. Ooh, political, trying to find a way to advance their career. Never heard of that. Never heard of that. But I will say this. Hey, hopefully, the quality of life for Brett doesn't get too bad for him, because of Parkinson's. We all know that as of right now, Parkinson's does not have a cure for the disease. So the quality of life can get real bad for those who have Parkinson's if it advances to a certain severity. Of stage. But here's my thing. He got all those people on his payroll and ain't no Corey. That's why you my dog. Because I feel for Brett. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to sit up here and feel like I'm an asshole and I have no sympathy for Brett with his Parkinson's diagnosis. But this is recent. His diagnosis is recent. All right. I know he's probably dealt with some concussion shit from playing football, 20 years of football. All right. And we got to remember that was in a time where they were, gladiators. You would literally, shake the cobwebs and get back in there. I understand that. I understand the things that comes with his medical conditions. I'm not talking about that. All I'm saying is right now is the fact that he feels that he's getting swept up in a scheme by a politician to advance their career. When I'm like, this is what I'm saying. How do you become the top investment for that company? That top investment for that company. You invested the most money in this company. All right. And you have exactly no idea what the hell is going on behind the scenes. I don't buy it. I'm not going to blame this on no Parkinson's diagnosis. I ain't blaming this on no concussions situations that you had, because there's been other football players that ain't been given that grace to blame their actions on health. Say what you want. Say what you want about Aaron Hernandez. He was not given that grace of blaming him being a murderer on his CTE diagnosis. He was not given that grace. Y'all remember the football player down in South Carolina that was involved in the murder-suicide situation? He was not given that grace for being part of that murder-suicide situation. Was not given that grace. All right? As much as beloved that Brett Favre is about anything in this world of sports, I'm not going to sit up here and be that person to give him that grace because he has Parkinson's, or give him that grace because of his past dealings with concussions. I'm not going to give him that grace to say, you had no idea what was going on in one of the poorest states in America, in Mississippi, but somehow the company you invested in misproperly used some welfare funds that could have gone to good use for them poor motherfuckers in Mississippi. But they somehow were used inappropriately by people you invested money in. Okay. But you want grace now because you got Parkinson's. But you want grace now because I've dealt with many a concussions. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm sorry. No. I ain't sorry. I'm saying that is because there's been other people that ain't been given that grace. Nah, bruh. No, Favre. Whatever punishment that happens to come your way, because you are defended over this, nah, bruh. You got to deal with that shit. Because ain't no way you being the top investor of the company has absolutely no idea what's going on with the people you invested money in. Don't say you got swept into a situation. No, pimp. You didn't get swept into a situation. You invested money into a situation thinking that your return on investment was going to be so big, and you didn't even care to ask questions on how it was going to happen. Hey, I can invest this and get back that. Well, where you signed me up at? That's what you did. And then you, I don't see nothing. I can't, I can't be complicit. I didn't see shit. That's what you did. You gave $800,000 expecting millions in return, and you turned your head. You said, I don't care what the hell goes on. Just make sure when I put my hand out, you put the money in it. That's what you did. So fuck your grace. Fuck your apologies. Fuck the fact that you got Parkinson's. Fuck the fact that you dealt with concussions. Ain't nobody else got that same grace. Point blank, period. But now we supposed to have grace for Brett Favre because he has Parkinson's now. That's basically what that's what the narrative is about to get built up to be. We gotta give Brett Favre his grace. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know that all those poor motherfuckers in Mississippi needed that welfare money. He didn't know. He didn't know where the money was coming from. He didn't know. Hogwash. Save that shit for a motherfucker who's stupid enough to believe that shit. I ain't one of them. Sorry. Not sorry. Grace is given to those who honestly knows nothing and got caught up being in the wrong place at the wrong time. No, this ain't what this looks like. This looks like Brett Favre literally turned the cheek with his hand out and said, man, I gave y'all $800,000. I'm expecting a lot of fucking money back, and I don't care how you get it to me. Just put the money in my hand. Fuck out of here. I ain't gonna be one of them fools fall for that narrative. I hope nobody else does. If those who want to have grace for Brett Favre, then so be it. Don't fuck with me. I'm gonna be just fine with this podcast or anything else I do. You ain't gotta fuck with me, but I ain't believing it. I ain't falling for it. Call Boo Boo the fool. Call Tyrone. Call somebody else that's willing to believe and oblivious enough to believe this shit. I ain't one of them. I ain't one of them. Can't do it. Can't do it. Hey man, I love y'all, man. Hey, real talk though. The people sending out Diddy party invites still guilty? Yeah, they complicit. Oh, I ain't see the baby oil. My dog. Hey man, shout out to my people. I saw my man Spike Studley in here. Yeah. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my sis, Teach Harvey. Shout out to her. Shout out D Moore. She came in here. Hey man, shout out my people. Shout out again. Going over to Spike, DJ Spike Studley show. All right. We record every Wednesday. They got the book club. The episodes come out on the weekend. We also do the food react show with me and Mitch. We need to record another episode, by the way. Hey, man, appreciate y'all tapping in. Let me sit on my soapbox, talk my shit. Y'all know what it is. Again, I'm going to try to be as consistent as possible Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights around 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. You know, I came on 11:30 tonight. I was on some real, I came on at 11:40 tonight. I was on some real colored people time. I was on some real CP time for real, but forgive me. But I'm going to be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, roughly around 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern Standard Time. So appreciate everybody tapping in with me. I'm going to be back here tomorrow, roughly around 11 p.m. Central, 12 midnight Eastern. So y'all know what it is. I appreciate everybody tapping in with your boy. And as always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love, man. See y'all tomorrow night. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah. Solid Hill TD, yes, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mall. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Over there, no cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mall.